Hi guys, how are you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful weekend today. And it's it's like 25th and 25th of 2025 Jan. So it's like Saturday right now. So tomorrow on Sunday, around about around 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time (PM). That is a New York time. We would be having the markets running back again into the action. There's a lot of stuff which we need to cover, and there's a lot that we need to discuss, and that happened a lot significant, specifically with the Trump speaks towards the economic forum. And this all happened yesterday, on Friday. You can see right here, this is there was a Trump speaks. Yeah, sorry, it happened on Thursday on 23rd. We had like a Trump speaks with the economic forum, and a World Economic Forum annual meeting via satellite, and that created a lot of difference in the market. And we need to like go through all that stuff that is out there, and we need to discuss that how things are running right now. Really a wonderful setups developed yesterday after the speak. And I would be like showing you that how I specifically understood that. And there were like two trades which were taken. I will be discussing those as well, a little bit of that, but more focus would be that what is our coming plan and how things can actually develop. So on Monday, 27th Jan, and all these timings are specifically based on the Eastern Standard Time, that is a New York time. So be aware of that. So at midnight, specifically in the New York time, Eastern Standard Time, on Monday, we are having a ECB president speaks. Really important stuff whatever after whatever happened in that Trump speaks. If you haven't heard that, you need to understand that how much target targeted speech that was for specifically for the Europe. So this gonna make a huge difference. And there is a Euro news that is for the Germany, and USD house home sales. Really important news, specifically when it comes to understanding the CPI, and also Swiss data that is coming, that there is a Swiss National Bank chairman that is speaking. And on Tuesday 8:30 we have core durable goods order and durable goods order. Along with that, we have S&P composite, that is their yearly data is coming out. We do have a consumer confidence data specifically at 10 a.m. and Richmond manufacturing index. um, it also brings an impact, guys. And at evening time on 7:30 we are having CPI for Australian dollar, yearly CPI for Australian dollar, and as well as mean CPI, trimmed mean CPI quarterly for the Australian dollar. Then on Wednesday we would be having Bank of England speaks. That would be occurring around like 9:15 a.m. Wednesday is quite important. We have Bank of Canada's interest rate, that is an overnight rate that is coming. Seems like they are reducing that right here, and can give a good impact. We can discuss that too. And there is a rate statement coming, and monetary policy report. Seems like this all data would be really really important for Canadian dollar, and it wouldn't only impact the Canadian dollar, but it would impact all the other crosses as well. And there is a lot of movement that happen in the Canadian dollar. We're gonna like literally see that, and you're gonna be shocked whatever has happened in the market after that. So then there's a press conference. This would be bringing an impact from 9:15 to 9 to around about like 2 o'clock. We have a fund rates, and they are thinking to keep the same, but Trump really emphasized, like after the getting into the Oval Office, that they're going to reduce it. So I think it would be bringing much of a difference in there. So let's see how things happen. And specifically press conference, guys, it's gonna like literally You have to be aware of that, because things gonna get really out of control on that because of the new presidency election after Trump took the office, and he is targeting currently the Feds. Although remember that Fed is specifically an independent office or an entity. So in that case, president couldn't impact, like for example, like president cannot impact the judicial system. Similarly, president cannot impact the Fed system. So Feds and central banks and all these like main monetary policy uh, organizations or entities, they are not impacted by any sort. So you need to remember how things run specifically, like the chairman could be in an effect this time. So let's see that how Fed actually reacts to the new presidential ship. Seems like things can happen here really different than our expectation. What if like they reduce to like 4.00 or something like that, or reduce 50 basis points, so things can get really changed. So after that, in euro we have a refinancing rate. So guys, overall Wednesday is really important to work, even Tuesday is really good to work, and even on Monday the things can develop good. So this week it's intense, guys. So we have like GDP quarterly coming for Australia, for the United States, and you see right here how things are being different, and how new presidential election can bring things different. So just remember all of this data right now which you are looking at, it is an our best indicator for coming NFP next month on Feb. So on regarding like USD, we have an unemployment claims. Seems like they are literally the same coming each and every time. Unemployment claims that are coming last week and before that, the things were like they didn't change much, but it is, you need to be prepared for the trading when you are literally like, when you're literally like, excuse me guys, when you're literally trading, you have to be prepared no matter like if the data is good or data is bad. It doesn't matter. And similarly, we have ECB press conference at 8:45. We have to like literally start our work super early, specific on Thursday. And yeah, so on Wednesday after that, if we take a break, so on Thursday, guys, the things would be really good. Specifically, like the Tokyo inflation is also coming. That is Japanese, not much change, but can bring a significant difference, as we would be discussing that. Our yens are really reacting right now, so it's more on the different side. So this Euro CPI is coming. GDP for the CAD this on Friday 31st Jan, and USD core PCE index, really important data guys, really important data. Just PCE, CPI, they both are really important guys, and employment cost index of course. And then we have a Chicago PMI. you know uh, it's a good data as well. So from the forecasted, let's see how things actually run. And so before we like move on towards the charts right now, I want to like give a different look to the from the different angle. The CPIs are important. The speak is important, specifically Swiss guys. Don't forget that Swiss just gave us the biggest move ever, and that kind of like affected and blown a lot of accounts. It happened in 2000s, but still, things can get really rough in these kind of scenarios and these kind of days when the world economic situation is turning towards United States from the other countries. So yeah, Wednesday is really important to work, really important to work Wednesday, and that is 29th Jan. Mm, Tuesday and Monday, if we combine them, they are really important to work. And when it comes to Thursday, we would be like having the data from the early morning can be a really significant, because like the euro refinancing rate coming in the New York session can produce a lot of stuff out there. And similarly, like Friday, I think this week is like literally gonna blow up our minds, and things can be literally be different than according to what we actually analyze right now. But we're gonna analyze, we have to be prepared. So guys, there were like significant updates right now, specifically in DXY, really significant, really important. So what was happening, that with this order block right here, you see the price was holding quite for quite a long, around about like we can measure that around about like, I think 36 days. I checked last time. Like for example, around, if the price, you see right here, it's 32 days, but now it's around about 35 days and 36 days right here. So if we just like literally check it, it's around like 32 days, guys. The price was in this kind of move. A really good opportunities I was able to find out. So you see right here, this is really important, guys. I want to like make a clear I want to make a clear line for you guys, so that, okay, this want to work. So you see right here, the first touch price went up, a second touch price went up, and the third touch price went up. This was the time, guys. This is the candle right here when the Trump speak started. You see right here, the price was like in a good bullish sense. I wasn't expecting this kind of move to happen. When price actually started, opened around here, prices were shooting on the upside. Just remember, it's a 4-hour candle that makes a small move can make a big impact on your specifically on your P&L. So what ended up happening, that price started moving on the upper side. It had, of course, it had a wick down there, so it started moving on the upper side, and as it started going, I wasn't expecting any kind of reversal, or except I was like looking at the price moving on the upper side. Although the idea is that I was looking at this move, that prices were in a downtrend from this point. So there was like a good opportunity in that case too. But the speak turned things really into a different scenario right here. And I was, this was the kind of the move I actually uh, suffered a little bit of loss, but I kind of like recovered much of it. But it was just one trade, nothing to worry about. So this was the this was the scenario right here. You see, each time prices were reversing around reversing around these points, and these reversals are one, two, and the third reversal actually, guys, like showed us that the prices are in significantly downtrend. So what ended up happening, that guys, the prices now can go where, this is a round number right now which we are looking at right now at 107. Just for a reference, right now it's not a significant number. In any case, we do have a little bit of changes. This was the point where the breakout occurred. uh, that's why it's kind of like significant in that reaction that you see. This was the I think it is basically no, it's just December 18th, November 5th, when the election happened. The things happened right here, but right now it's November 5th, and you see right here, there is a significant move that occurred on this point. So I personally believe that any sort of this could, like, if the prices come down there, we can of course get a reaction on the upper side, and after that, again, if the price continues on the downtrend, in for continuing this move, prices can move like that. So this is not even a significant move. If you see that this is like an opening of the price, so price is closing down there, so still it's like in a sell structure right now. But still, we got a small reaction just because of the closing price on Friday. So I'm still hoping that our prices, if reaches down there, then we can get some kind of reaction around here. And this is purely a good order block right here in front of you, which I've like marked. and if the prices come within there, reclaims this level, can shoot up based on this memory right here. So this is what I currently believe, but we need to move further to the other pairs in order to recognize more deep understanding. Here we have USD CAD right here, and we just know that on specifically on Wednesday we would be having the CAD policy report. Their interest rates would be coming out. The things can get really different in the reaction. So this is a USD CAD pair. So all this chart is based on the USD data, but aligning with the quotation of the from the Canadian dollar as well. So moving back towards the deep understanding of the charts right here. This was the time when the on Monday specifically, this all move happened on Monday right here, and on Monday we what we had was the the Trump specifically was taking the presidential office, and this kind of move specifically started happening. It was an intense range. I wasn't working on Monday because it was like technically a holiday in United States. So uh, whenever there's the US dollar is closed, I kind of like stay away from the markets, but it doesn't mean like it don't give us a move. Of course it gave us a good move, but quite difficult position to actually take any trade, quite choppy in the sense, fast moving market. So what ended up happening that you see right here, there is a significant resistance right here. Although price went down, took the liquidity around this point, and then price push on the upper side. But most probable situation right now, and similarly here guys, you see the liquidity was taken right above here as well. So it's in a difficult range right now, that how we are looking at that. This is a scenario, but most probably like if dollar specifically gets strong with the Canadian dollar being reducing their interest rates, so prices can like literally like go down there, and on Wednesday specifically prices can shoot up, reclaiming these levels back again. And let's see how price actually reacts around here. But right now you see my alert is placed right here, and this is a high point. I'm specifically looking into price into this range until and unless like prices go down there, or if we see some kind of setup like if there's a break down there and prices went up, make up make up high right here, that is a pump and dump situation, and then prices can go on the downside further if the dollar continues getting weak. But right now it's so difficult to say any kind of like what, there isn't kind of like a specific setup that is being developed in here. But on Friday the things could have been like specifically on the Trump speaks, the things happened in there. We see this kind of move happening, but it's not significant in that, but it's kind of like holding right now. So we can't see any significant move in USD CAD. On the USD CHF, there was like a really good move that happened, specifically like along with the DXY. You see prices are getting into downtrend, and right here prices are unable to form a higher high, and it kind of like broke on the downside, moved on the upper side, moved further on the downside, and then retested this level for this move right here. And then we can see that prices are right now in a range, forming a double bottom right here. And this is the kind of structure which I'm looking at, although I'm not marking this structure in the sense that prices can reach down there as well. So most probably let's see that how on Monday the prices actually unfolds themselves. But the most probable idea is that prices can continue, but most significant levels right now is marked in front of you, that this is a significant level right here. And if the prices reach to this level, we can expect a move until and unless like dollar gets more stronger and prices start pushing on the upper side. But for now the prices are in the downtrend right now in the channel formation right here. You see prices are moving on the downside. So most probably like the things are like in the favor on the downside, but if we get a double top right here, something like that, then we can have a good move on the downside and then prices can further break. But this is the first time touch right here, which isn't like mitigated right now. We do have an order block down here. It's kind of like more on the demand zone type structure, because prices went up, retested this level and went up like that. So I'm looking at that level as well, but quite significant in the formation. USD JPY guys, seems like the yens, specifically from the Bank of Japan, has like started interfering after this new government in the United States, because there were like certain tweets which were coming out specifically from Bank of Japan that they are closely monitoring their monetary policy right now. So this move happened after breaking the structure right here, and after that you see price has like started moving into the sideways trend, oh sorry, sideways range right here, and this is the range. Until unless like we get a good move, we can't actually like participate in any kind of understanding right now. Or there could be a situation that if this range is right there and prices went up and then again tries to come back into the range, then we can actually see that the things can break on the downside further and then continue their move on the downside. So for right now it's more on the range side. Moving back to the Euro USD, guys, this was an intense environment right here. You see, um, right here, right here, and just if just skip this part right now for example, because this is what it happened on Friday. We can discuss it later on. But you see right here, uh, this was the high point right here. Prices came back, formed a double top right here, and then prices went on the lower low side. We were looking at like that, a deep pullback, and then prices went on the downside. And after that, you see prices went up, pulled back, and then break on the upper side, breaking this structure right here, and then prices came back, retested exactly to this level. And most probably like when I was streaming before that day, I was just, when the prices were coming down, I was quite sure that they're gonna reverse back. But before I woke up, things had changed the situation. You see, like this is at 7 a.m. right here, and I kind of like stopped working late. So, you know, what happened? That prices shoot up on this structure, but the idea was that prices couldn't even like break properly, and later on we see a railroad pattern, prices coming back down there. I wasn't expecting, if this was the date, this was the time when Trump started speaking on economic forum, things were fine and the prices were pushing on the downside, but all of the sudden with the speech, the prices started moving on the upper side. Prices pulled back up, then gave this kind of move, and after that we see that the prices shoot up continuously, and right now at the end of the day they started rejecting for a while. What I actually believe that if this continues, so with this kind of breakout that happened, that is a significant breakout, guys. Like for example, if you kind of like measure it from this point to this point specifically, so it's around about like 34 days range that you're looking in front of. So it's the first time that this range kind of like broke out. Although like there are certain kind of scenarios right here that people can think of, that this is an order block right here, and this is the first touch into the order block right here, and things can happen. Although I currently believe that it wouldn't make a trend to shift towards the downside, because it's a big range that actually significantly broke. So something like that can be expected for the future, reaching the price on the top if the dollar kept on getting weaker. But we need to like keep our eye on the dollar. On Euro JPY, guys, this was like a wonderful opportunity right here. This was the point which I was actually looking for the rejection. My stop loss was above here, but price kind of like moving so fast on the upper side that when I kind of like woke up, uh, the prices was like literally breaking this level so fast right there that I actually couldn't hold my trade in that case. And what ended up happening that when I specifically woke up, the prices had like fallen back to this point and then continued their move on the downside. So um, the idea currently is that if we look at logically right now, that we see we have been like watching that the price has been like moving on the making higher lows and higher highs continuously, and after this point you see right here, and this is the low point of that, and price kind of like broke the low, went up, came back down, broke for the low, retested this highs right here, gave a good stretch towards the to the sellers right here, and then price squeezed the um, after squeezing the sellers from this move, they kind of like induced buys right from this point. So what ended up happening, that guys, that is really important, that most people who were selling around here, selling started selling around this point. Prices kind of like squeezed them for a while, moved on the upper side, and after that price kind of like trapped those all buyers and moving on the downside from the further sellers, hitting all the stop losses around this order block and even on this order block right here. So what I believe that this seems like the yen's sorry, the pound data specifically is getting stronger, and it can even like move further down there, although I personally believe that this line can be removed in the sense that the prices are already taken. So any sort of pullback around this level can give us some move like that on the downside. We could be getting a reaction around here, but if you see any sort of this move that prices are unable to break this high, current high right here, or give us a double top there, we can push the prices on the downside. Really a good analysis, seems quite legit right now. So Aussies are like literally so not to the no, not to up to mark. You see, this was the high, this was the low, prices unable to form high, prices pushed on the downside, breaking this structure, giving us this corrective move up there, went down. This we have been discussing all this, guys, so nothing new. Prices went down, prices went up, retested this order block right here. Again, prices went down, breaking the structure again. Seems like they are in a sell structure right from that point, and after that prices went up, came back down, went up, came back down, unable to form the low right here. This is an important point right there, that prices reach to this level, unable to go low and unable to even make a high, and right now it's stuck in the range. Most probably the price can reach to down there, but it all depends upon the data as well that is coming for the euro. Specifically on Monday we would be looking at how this euro data is coming, and rest of the main euro data, that is their interest rate specifically, is coming on Thursday. So be aware of that thing, how things would be changing. But on Monday it seems like the prices can continue on the downside further, because according to the market structure the price is going to make a higher high from this point. But we need to remember that prices started moving up from here, and seems like most orders are placed up above there right here. So prices might go a little bit up on the side and then might push on the downside further. Euro NZD, similar reaction, guys, and you see we had like a purge, a probe. It's something that when the liquidity is being absorbed. So right now, right here, guys, this was the trade which I actually took, because there was like a lot of evidences that euro was getting stronger, and as I got a reaction around this point with this kind of move, specifically this is like a spinning bottom right here, the candle, and It's kind of like made a wick, which gave me enough of indication that you see right here, prices didn't come back down, but instead went up like that. It's like a small corrective move, a deep pullback, and then prices again shot up. So I was like able to take this move from this point and locked my profit entirely exactly at this level, guys. This is like a good chunk of move which I got, and really happy about it. And uh, after that, like literally, I don't understand right now what is happening, but it's similarly to Aussies right now that uh, New Zealand is just like Aussie right now that it went back down. Now the price is in the range, and this was a small move on that point. I specifically was able to capture around this point, and trade went really well at that point. Okay, so guys, EuroCAD, we had like a reaction having around this point. Prices was going on the downside. We have been discussing this range. After that, guys, I told you that prices have started moving on the upper side, but the things happened so fast that prices reached to that level from this point. And when I kind of like got more active after price went on the upper side right here, it reached to this order block right to this point, and prices started rejecting from that point. And after that, you see prices again break the structure of the upper side. So for that reason, I have placed my order block right here. So although the breakout that specifically happened around, if we take a breakout around this point, you see right here, the breakout isn't that strong, but the breakout from this point is quite strong. So what if the price pushes down there, retested this level, prices can like continue on the upper side like that. Most probably, like this is what I believe. But anybody who's just like thinking that it's a sell move from this point, I don't think so that it would be a sell move. I would be looking for more on the buy structure around these points, because you see right here we have like a lot of resistances. Like if we just start counting the resistances, see, sorry, the supports right now, we have this support right now, you see price went back, broke out again. You see right here prices went with a high bullish momentum, came back down, retested this level and broke further. So I even believe that, guys, that whenever the market would be opening, specifically on the Monday, the things can get like really easy for pushing the prices on the top like that. So I'm quite like in a favor of taking a long position on it. For this reason, guys, I would be loving to place my alert right here because I'm quite interested specifically in Euro GPY. We have to, guys, even like shift our principal focus that is right here to up there, but most probably this would be happening in this week, because we have to look at this resistance out there, because the idea is similar that although we have do have resistances around here, but keeping it right here because the prices were in the range. So this is the same idea that, guys, the prices were like in a sell momentum right here. Prices went up, again went down, and if you can recall, I kind of like told you that I kind of like was more interested in like a sell position from this here, and I even like took my sell position, but um, this was like a wrong move in a sense that it was a quick move, uh, a quick impulsive decision, but rather it happened around this point, and after that the prices went down. Now you see the price started making a small swing structures and started moving on the upper side. We had like this order block right here happened to work really efficient, pushing the prices down up, and seems like the prices would be going on the upper side. And later on, what I actually believe is that literally that prices can even like reach to this point above here. So this is what actually I'm looking at right now, specifically in the Euro Yens, Euro CHF. Guys, this was like a intense moment when you see these kind of moves, and you see most important structure is that this was like all in range right here, and prices started going into the sideways range, a small range, and then this big breakout happened, guys. And for that reason, whenever this kind of like breakouts happen, uh, you can't expect a pullback that would be like super deep. So in that case, if the price pull back around this point, you can like take a long like that, or from a really easy perspective, because um, although we can actually like get action started around this point as well. You don't even we don't need to wait for like a deeper pullback, but it all depends upon the scenario of the that how the market would be reacting. But I personally believe that this is like a big breakout from this structure right here, and if the prices started like prices can literally go above there, up there like that, can be a really significant opportunity in that case. So if we see like 1 hour structure in this, we do have a certain kind of reaction happening around there. I would be placing my alert at the low of this point. It's around 8488. I think so. Just a sec, guys. Low is 82294 822. So my alert goes right there based on like a 1 hour structure. Let's see that if the prices reach to this point, I would be still looking for the longs, because we need to get a move that is based on a swing. And right here on GBP USD, if you remember, like few days back, prices were like literally falling like crazy. Like each time the support was coming, the prices were like literally breaking them. And from this range right here, we got a reaction with this move. Prices continued move on the downside. Then prices went up, pulled back, went up. Similar structure to the order block right here. Broke the structure, again went down, reacted around this point, and you see this is a big break. And the idea actually like is that prices started breaking around these points. This is, let me make it more clear for you. This is the point where the prices started like breaking, came back down, pulled back, and gave us a significant move on the upper side. Right now the prices are making a morning star right here, and you see right here we did got a reaction of a doji, but it doesn't even matter from this point, guys. I believe that prices can move on the upper side like that. This could be a significant setup for the bullish move, but really important that how actually data aligns with the United States. This is a 1 hour structure which I'm looking at right now, and we do see breakout, pullback, continuation, breakout, and then again an impulsive move. So any sort of a corrective move can give us a opportunity on the towards the moving on the upper side. So in that case, I would be placing my alert right above this point. This is a high 24471. So this can be a good evidence for the understanding. Don't get fooled by this small structure based on this. You see right here, guys, most probably like what beginner traders actually mess up is that they kind of like literally like see this structure and they kind of like start freaking selling it. It's, guys, just like you need to understand this is not a sell point. This is not a selling point, although like the structure seems like a sell structure, but from this point the trend has been shifted. So regardless of all this is happening, but right now for us the trend is still bullish. Sorry, trend is bullish now. rather than like a sell structure. Similarly, GBP odd guys, a good congratulations in a sense that after a long range, guys, this was a intensely uh, and difficult range. You see like how close it is, and if we start measuring from this point to this point, it's around by 10 days, guys. It was extreme range in the sense that you see nothing can be done, and eventually this is the first time, although the prices couldn't even break this level, uh, but if we see right here, or if we see even like from this current point, this is the first time the prices actually broke. So there could be a deeper pullback, guys, round about like around about towards this point, and prices can like further continue like that. Most probable action could be this, and the way the prices are kind of like breaking out with the small breaks, we can expect certain kind of reaction around these levels, so keep them in the mind. This is what I actually believe currently. And moving further, Euro NZD, similar structure, guys. Aussie and Yens, guys. Aussie and NZD. That is Kiwis, Aussies and Kiwis, guys. They kind of like move so aligned. We couldn't like find a significant break, but this was the good trade right here that actually happened with this. You see like we had engulfing right here, and after like forming an evening star right here and engulfing, this was like a entry point, and right here this was our target. So this was the move that actually was super significant right here. So just keep in this structure in the mind, and you see that the breakout isn't that big right now, but any sort of pullback can, and a reaction around here can further move, give us a move on the upper side, most probable move on the upper side like that. And you see right here, GBP cat, guys, the way it broke, it's intense. So anybody looking at this like that, you see how this is like a cell structure. This is a cell structure. Prices were like literally making small swings and moving on the downside, but after that prices started breaking. This is the first breakout that occurred. Pulled back, came to this point, exactly to this high, and then broke out. And in that case, guys, I would be looking at this level really closely, in a sense that I want to place my alert right here, because any sort of pullback can give us enough evidence. We do have like a Canadian dollar rate should be coming on Thursday, and as well as on Wednesday we would be having the BOE, that is Bank of England governor speak. So, and on the same day, guys, on Wednesday we would be having the monetary policy statement for the Canadian dollar, that is coming around like 9:45. At 9:15 we are having an BOE governor speaks on Wednesday, and at 9:45 the Canadian dollar data would be announced for their policy rate. Seems like things would be like getting really messed up here, so get ready for that as well. On yens, guys, this was the high point. Prices were like literally rejecting from this point, and could have pushed on the downside further, but according to our analysis and according to our plans right here, I've been like telling you that this isn't like a sell structure right here. See, prices are kind of like moving on the upper side, pushed back exactly to this resistance. Price broke out, and after breaking out, now price coming back and pushing on the upper side, most likely to continue their trend. And even like GJs are like super bad at like literally retracements, and but of course we're gonna wait for the retracement, but most likely they can even push directly like that. So seems like the things are now changing, and prices are going in the other direction. So GBP CHF, guys, literally if you see this move, it's like literally bringing the water in my mouth right now, but it doesn't matter as a trader, because I kind of like was long 2 in NZD, Euro NZD. So it doesn't even matter like what happened, but I kind of like got my chunk. So you see right here, there's the first breakout, pullback, and this move. This could was the first target, and rest is history. And right now the price is moving on the upper side. Any sort of pullback, and I don't even believe in like deep pullback happening in this. Prices can go up, but really important to remember that on Swiss specifically, we on Monday we would be having speaks of CHF chairman at in the evening, so things can get changed after that, but most likely on Monday early we can get this kind of like a good trade after this breakout. So get ready for it. Australian dollar, guys, similar structure to the euro right here, forming a double top, went down. After that, prices like started breaking on the upper side and pulled back to this order block exact. And after that, like prices broke out of this structure as well, and even the prices overall, let's see in a simple terms that price kind of like broke out of this level. So any small sort of pullback here can give us a move further on the upper side, moving the prices towards the top. This could be the first target. This could be the this roundabout to this order block. We can take a second target. Seems like a really efficient move. Not a good sweet breakout, and the sweet reaction, guys. Really sweet reaction right now on the 4-hour charts. That we got a two dojis right here. Then there is a good evidence for a pin bar right here. Not a good pin bar, but a spinning bottom pin, spinning top pin bar. But it's more like a 50% bullish candle, and right here I think like the price is gonna pull back a little bit right here, and then we can get a move like that further. So Euro NZD, guys, AUD NZD, extreme intense situation. Can't say anything uh, right now. Although I know that prices are unable to form a higher high right here. That's why we got this move on the downside. Again, prices failed. Prices pushing down. So what we need to actually do is actually wait for this point. Any sort of reaction around here can push the prices down if the prices continue goes on the down. But overall, you see that the structure is not exactly bullish, but it's in a closed channel right here, a really small channel right here, and I personally believe that prices can go on the downside. And let me like put an alert right here at this bottom, because it's like 10,333. So the reason for taking this is like this is a current range right here that kind of like push the prices on the upper side. So any kind of like price reaching to this point, and even a small pullback towards this zone can further push the prices like that. We do have this order block right here. Although we kind of like got rejected around here, making a demand zone, coming here, retesting this can push the prices down further. Euro AUD CAD is similar to like GBP CAD. The structure is similar, breakout around here. Not a significant one, but prices can, as the price opens, I believe that prices would be like literally moving on the upper side like that. AUD, AUD, JPY, not exactly like pound yen, but similar structure. Prices couldn't even like make enough on the low side, and you see that the intensity was so high that they didn't even like touch this level. Instead, they kind of like broke out, pushed, pulled back, and continued and further continue like that. Literally, like this could be like a good move, but real difficult to take that move. You need like a lot of time for this and experience as well. And AUDCHF, not a significant breakout, but overall a healthy breakout from this level right here. prices went up, pulled back. Seems like it's gonna continue on the upper side like that, most probably. um, AUD USD right here broke out, pullback continued on the New Zealand USD and the DUSD, and similar structure right here. You see right here, we got a reaction, a purge, price pushed on the downside. Again, prices went to retest this level, took the liquidity, and now prices can even like react from this point. But in case, guys, this is really important that kind of like what I see on what I see after this structure right now, prices went up, retest this level, going in that reaction. The breakout seems to be a bit weak, and prices can push on the downside, and we can get a good reaction on the downside on NZD CAD rather than like other different pairs, because you see right here, it's not a significant break in that sense that prices can come back easily, taking all those people who were selling around here got stopped out, and after that now prices can come back down in order to continue. Why I'm just saying specifically on the NZD, because of this reaction that is happening around here, and seems quite legit in that reaction. But on the other hand, if we see like AUD CAD, you see the range has been broken, so that's why I wasn't like willing to even like see the cell structure. But on NZD CAD, I am willing to see the cell structure based on this range right here that is actually reacting. So if something like that happens, guys, it could be a good sell opportunity in that, really good of sell opportunity in NZD CAD. For that reason, guys, I want to like note it down for my analysis on Monday, specifically NZD USD. I'm looking for, oh, sorry, NZD CAD, looking for sell later on. This kind of like helps to remember. We do have an order block right here as well, so in any case, if price goes up, we can just understand what could be the scenario. And the DJPY, not a significant breakout either, but it's quite a difficult range right now to even like comprehend it. But we do have like a sell structure right here. After that, price is moving on the upper side, retesting this level, came back down, can give us a significant reaction here and move up like that. On the other hand, I don't want to even like keep this right now, because I personally believe that this kind of like big order blocks are sometimes difficult to be run. So this is what we are looking at right now. NZD CHF, good breakout, guys. CHF had like a great breakout from this point. Even like price went up, gave us a rejection around here, pulled back a little bit, broke out. Seems like it's gonna go directly. The reaction that happened around here, it's right here, but most probably like it can take and continue on the upper side. CAD JPY, really important structure, guys. We had a break around that point. Prices went into the ranging. After the prices broke out, pulled back. I was expecting a move directly in the downside, but they kind of like went back in their domain and gave us a move like that, stopping out all the people who were trying to sell around these points, even around these points. And after that, again, prices went up, squeezed all of these sellers around here, again went down, pushed back, and right now the price seems to be in the ranging like that. Let's see until the range breaks. But if the range breaks on the upper side, any sort of pullback can give us a move like that, and if it breaks on the downside, can give us a move like that. And CAD CHF, Cat CHF gave us a wonderful move, guys. This was an order block right here. Prices went up, pulled back, couldn't move further down there. Really in a situation of the small range right here. Let's see how price reacts around this range and this range, and that can give us significant move. But what I personally believe that the structure is on the sell side. For that reason, I would be like placing my alert at this low, that is 901. So let's see how things would be. CAD CHF, and we have the CHF speaks coming on Monday as well, so things can be different. Although we have like this kind of move, prices went down, testing this order block, getting this reaction, but still, guys, it's not a significant move in any sort. So overall, guys, this was a small analysis in front of you. We have placed like a lot of alerts right here. So we have like alerts right here on different pairs. Yep. So that's all from my side today, guys. A lot of important data next week. Just remember to be patient. A lot of data, a lot of opportunities coming. We need to align our understanding with the data technically as well as like fundamentally, but keep your eyes on open on the technically, because you see this was a good uh, uh, move that happened based on the fundamentals. So only technically through technical we can actually grab the opportunities like that. So daily learning as well for me. Take care, guys.